there is an opportunity and there is a scope considering the tourism, outbound tourism, which is growing from Muslim countries and especially Middle East. And according to United Nations World Tourism Organization, by the year 2020 there'll be almost 35 to 40 million people traveling out of Middle East alone. I personally think that Tourism New Zealand has an opportunity to work with FIANZ and FIANZ work with Tourism New Zealand in order to devise these packages which could be termed as Muslim tour packages and which can offer the halal hospitality. It sends very encouraging signals to the people who are to travel outside to a new country when they hear of those words which are familiar to them. For example, for Muslims, halal is a very familiar word. If someone from New Zealand is telling them that we can supply you halal food and we can let you know that where are the places of worship, it becomes very encouraging for them. And I think there's a great opportunity for Tourism New Zealand to build upon this.
FIANZ, well, it's a reputable organisation, and as I said before, we enjoy a good relationship with them, and we look forward to working further with FIANZ as we jointly develop the trade.
No, we are not working with FIANZ. We have other people who we work with.
Do you have any specific plans in the future to engage?
Well, we have existing contracts and we will maintain those, but we will see.
Our relationship with FIANZ is very important. We, on behalf of the meat industry, we have a contract with FIANZ in terms of providing the certification services to the meat industry, and we enjoy a very good relationship with FIANZ and work very closely with them, and that is all ensuring that the meat and the product that we produce and send around the world is appropriate for the markets that are sent to, and that we do everything and we don't cut any corners.
FIANZ's objective, is it to form and be recognized as the central certifying authority in New Zealand?
Well, that is our ultimate goal, is to make sure that because we have got religious scholars, we have got technical people, and we have got a whole system under which we can ensure and assure that the product which Muslims are consuming is 100% halal. And that is why FIANZ is certainly at the forefront of that and would like to be, certainly, it is our ambition to be the body which has a say in halal and haram matters.
Enterprise is an emerging global trend that holds great promise for New Zealand's food and beverages, cosmetic, beauty products, and I heard tonight we also have natural medicinal remedies and honey, so there's lots of trade going on. FIANZ has worked for a number of years to promote New Zealand products, and I want to acknowledge your organization, Dr. Amar.
One of the objectives when FIANZ created what we call the Stakeholder Forum is supposed to be a yearly activity that allow FIANZ, particularly the officials and the leadership of Muslims, to come and engage the authorities, particularly if issues are related to a certain ministry. For instance, we try to engage that ministry and get to discuss with them so that they will understand the role that Muslims are playing and to find out what the government of the day can do for the Muslims. This economic forum today, because of the prevailing circumstances in the world today, the economic crisis that the world is facing, FIANZ thought that this would be a good opportunity to discuss what Muslims are contributing. Because a lot of people in New Zealand don't know, they think that probably Muslims are here, are leeches, and they are not contributing anything. But what they don't understand is there are a lot of things that we contribute. We contribute that is distinctive, different from what any other person is contributing. We work in every aspect, from parliament to fruit picking. Everywhere, every sector a Muslim is there. And over and above that, we contribute at least in seven different ways that no one else is contributing unless he's a Muslim. So that is what we want people to know. But we also want government to know that we can do more if they give us a chance, if they open the doors for us, if they make it possible. So this forum is about that. It's about engaging our businessmen, our politicians, so that we can see how we can make it possible for Muslims to progress further and to contribute to the New Zealand economy.
I think FIANZ is very well placed to tackle, and there is evidence to show that FIANZ is doing a very good job. But I think we should never be satisfied that we are doing a good job. There is always room to improve, and this is one area. I suppose FIANZ needs to come out more strongly in the eyes of administration, in the eyes of government, that this is the body to communicate with the Muslims of New Zealand. I must admit FIANZ is already doing that, but if FIANZ keeps generating new ideas and new information for the government, that will be very helpful, and that also gives confidence to the government and generates a better trust between the government, FIANZ and other authorities.
The government likes to work with umbrella organizations because they have a wide reach throughout the country, and it's efficient and it's much easier to have reach penetrating throughout New Zealand. So the Federation of Islamic Association is an organization that is of that nature, and it's comprised of numerous Muslim associations throughout the country. It has a very good rapport with government over a number of years, so the government prefers and would like to carry on working with the Federation of Islamic Associations while we welcome Muslim communities who are not a part of the Federation. We see this partnership with FIANZ as very, very effective in promoting social and economic objectives that we, the government and the community, share. So this is what this event today was about.
FIANZ is a community-based social organization. Its main goal is to make sure that the welfare of the Muslim community is looked after. And I think that I would like to acknowledge the effort of our predecessors and wish those who will follow us, inshallah, will take this further.
That sowed the seed for me that New Zealand is actually a very desirable tourist destination as well.
In her welcome address, Pansy Wong, the Minister of Ethnic Affairs, outlined her party's designation of the year 2010 as the Year of Economic Growth. She pointed out her strong belief in the ethnic communities, particularly the Muslim community and organisations like FIANZ, in playing a vital role in increased trade benefiting the country.
FIANZ ensure that New Zealand exports meet the halal standard called for by Muslim consumer. And I think that's also a very good example of the meat industry, the FIANZ, and also our Ministry of Foreign Affairs and also our agricultural departments all working together to make sure that New Zealand can enjoy as one of the world's largest exporters of halal dairy products and meat. And that is a real partnership, successful working relationship.
She said economic forums such as these were a step in that direction for mutual growth and well-being. She observed that out of the world's estimated 1.6 billion Muslim population, the Asian region was home to 62%, and underscored the strategic importance for New Zealand in conducting business. Incidentally, she identified 6 of the top 10 trading partners for New Zealand come from the Asian region. FIANZ President Dr. Anwar Ghani, while acknowledging FIANZ's valuable partnership with the Office of Ethnic Affairs on numerous fronts, spoke on social and economic progress of Muslims in New Zealand. He recalled the contribution of Muslims in many facets of engagement, development and growth, highlighting in particular the role of FIANZ in the installation of an internationally recognised halal certification process.
I want to stress that the halal certification which the Federation provides is one of the best in the Western world, and it is one of the efficiencies. We are served by a religious advisory board who are well trained from leading institutions in the world. We have relevant to some of the business community here is that we have halal advisory committee where people trained in food technology to the religious matters. That is spectrum covered.
Delivering his keynote address, Stephen Harris, Deputy Director of the Middle East and Africa Desk of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, spoke on building the framework for trade with the Muslim world. He said the ministry is committed to supporting New Zealand's export sector to boost its overseas earnings, both through opening new markets and expanding access to existing markets, particularly in the Muslim markets of the Middle East and Africa.
Our focus is obviously markets that are predominantly Muslim, not necessarily Muslim countries, but countries that have large Muslim populations. With the conclusion soon, we hope, of a free trade agreement with the 6 countries of the Gulf Cooperation Council, New Zealand will have actually secured FTAs with the majority of the Muslim world.